Breaking news. Russia claims that frontline fighting is extremely intense. African leaders' peace plan is met with indifference on both sides. After hosting an African peace mission on Saturday that failed to excite either Moscow or Kyiv, Russia reported fierce fighting on 3 sections of the front line in Ukraine on Sunday. According to a Sunday report from British intelligence, the bloodiest fighting took place in Zaporizhia, near the city of Bakhmut, and further west in eastern Donetsk. A Russian-appointed official reported that Ukrainian forces were entrenched in the village of Piaty-Katki in the southern Zaporizhia region, despite coming under fire from Russian artillery. "We are together with Russia," Chairman Vladimir Rogov said. The enemy's wave-like offensives yielded results, despite enormous losses. The Russian Ministry of Defense did not mention Piaty-Katki in its update, which focused on the repulsion of Ukrainian attacks along 3 segments of the 1,000-kilometer frontline. Russia's Vostok forces issued a separate statement saying that Ukraine had not captured the settlement. On Sunday, the Ukrainian armed forces accused Russia of launching 43 airstrikes, 4 missile attacks, and 51 rockets. Russia's statement claims that it is continuing to prioritize offensive operations in Ukraine's industrial east, specifically in the areas of Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Marinka, and Lyman in Donetsk. According to the most recent statement from the Russian Ministry of Defense, over 1,000 Ukrainian soldiers have been killed in the last day. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky gave his troops high marks for their very effective defense of Avdiivka on Sunday. "It is now time." As for the Southern Front, he called it the most brutal, and thanked the troops fighting there. After meeting with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa in St. Petersburg the day before, Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko exchanged fire. Ramaphosa had presented Putin with a 10-point peace initiative from 7 African countries. The proposal presented by African leaders on a mission to Ukraine and Russia has created a foundation for future engagements that will contribute to a road to peace and resolution to the devastating conflict, the Office of the President of South Africa said on Sunday. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov was quoted by Russian news agencies as saying that Putin was interested in the plan, but that it would be difficult to realize. According to Peskov, talks with African leaders will continue at next month's Russia-Africa summit in St. Petersburg. Zelensky had warned the African delegation that entering into negotiations at this time would only freeze the war, the day before in Kyiv. On June 6, floodwaters ravaged parts of the Kherson region after the Moscow-controlled Kakhovka Dam collapsed. On Sunday, a local official confirmed that the number of people killed by the floods had increased to 35. On Sunday, the UN reported that Moscow had rejected its offers of assistance in the flooded areas. Russia's decision, according to the Kremlin's Monday statement, was driven by security concerns and other factors. "There are a lot of issues there," Peskov told the press. On Monday, the Russian Federal Security Service, FSB, announced that it had foiled a series of sabotage and terrorist plots by the Ukrainian government against Russian-backed officials in Russian-controlled territory.